Hello parents, before you throw away these, please wait because these tiny bottle caps can turn into fun and engaging activities for your child, and the best part, you don't need to spend even a single rupee. Today I'll show you simple yet powerful ways to boost your child's brain and motor skills just using bottle caps. So stay tuned and watch the full video. So this activity is making a pyramid on the floor. All you need are some bottle caps and a flat surface. Start by placing a row of bottle caps in a straight line. This will be the base of your pyramid. Then on top of that row, place one less bottle cap. This activity teaches your child patience and focus. If a cap moves out of place, no worries, let them fix it and try again. These small moments of trial and error help kids understand balance, coordination, and spatial awareness. Next activity, color matching with circles. Take a sheet of paper and draw several circles on it. Then color some of the circles in different shades. Now hand your child a bunch of bottle caps in matching colors and ask them to place each cap on the correct circle. At first, they might randomly place the caps, but encourage them to observe carefully and match the colors correctly. This simple activity sharpens their observation skills, builds focus, and strengthens hand-eye coordination. This activity also helps with color recognition, problem solving, plus it's another fantastic way to reuse bottle caps instead of throwing them away. For younger kids, you can start with just 2 or 3 colors and gradually add more to make it challenging. If you have multiple kids playing, turn it into a fun speed game who can match all the colors the fastest. If you're enjoying this video, then give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and go check out my website for amazing brain activity resources. So the next activity is direction and color coding. Start by drawing arrows pointing in different directions. On a sheet of paper and next to each row, add a small colored dot. Use colors that match the bottle caps you have at home. Now hand your child a set of bottle caps in those colors. Their task is to carefully observe the direction of the arrow and place the correct colored bottle cap in the corresponding position. This activity requires concentration and coordination, making it a great way to develop problem-solving skills and quick thinking. It also strengthens fine motor skills as kids carefully place each cap in the right spot. To make it more interactive, turn into a fun challenge. I'm sure your child would love this. Let's move on to the next activity, grid matching. What we're going to do is draw a simple grid on a sheet of paper. It doesn't need to be anything fancy, just a few squares. In some of the squares, I've added different colors that match the bottle caps I have. So now your child's job is to look at the grid carefully and place the matching bottle caps into the squares where the colors are. It's really a great way for them to practice their color recognition and fine motor skills because they have to pay attention to the details and place each cap in the right spot. But here's the twist, once they have placed all the caps, you can turn into a memory game which is so fun and challenging. To do this, cover the grid with a cloth or a piece of paper and let your child try to recreate the grid from memory. They'll have to remember where each color was placed and match the bottle caps again, but this time without looking. This part really helps with their memory skills, focus and concentration, and I can tell you it's amazing and how quickly kids start picking up patterns and recognizing details once they have played it a few times. As a parent myself, I've heard it time and time again, my child just can't focus. It's one of the most common struggles parents face today. From the classroom to home task, lack of focus seems to be going everywhere. But let me tell you, this is a way to change that, and it's simpler than you think. With activities like this, caterpillar direction matching, you are not just passing the time, you are helping your child develop the skills they need to improve focus and concentration in a way that feels like play. By engaging in these activities, your child learns how to follow directions, problem solving, and stay on task. It might seem like just a simple game with bottle caps, but trust me, these activities are building the foundation for attention and focus. The best part, they'll be having so much fun, they won't even realize they are learning. I know as parents, we want what's best for our kids. We worry about their ability to focus at school, with their homework, or even with their daily routine. But by introducing activities like these into your child's day, You are giving them the tool to boost their confidence in a natural, stress-free way. So let's move on to our next activity, circle matching in a grid. What I've done is draw a rectangle grid with circles in each row and columns, kind of like a mini game board. Some of these circles are already colored in and others are left blank. Your child's job is to look carefully at the colored circles and then match the correct bottle cap to the empty circles based on the colors. Now you might think it's just about colors, but this activity is actually doing so much more. It's helping your child practice color recognition, which is one of the first foundational skills they need for reading and math. Think about it, being able to identify and sort colors builds early cognitive skills like categorizing, which they'll use when learning letters, numbers, and shapes in school. And there's more. This kind of matching activity helps with attention to detail and visual discrimination, the ability to notice differences and similarities between things. Even though it looks just a fun, simple game, this activity is actually laying the groundwork for your child's academic skills. It's teaching them to stay focused, follow patterns, and organize information, all skills they will need as they start their school journey. And the best part, it's quick, it's easy, and it's something you do with items you probably already have around the home. Grab some bottle caps and give it a try. So this activity is called line and circle matching. For this one, I have drawn lines on a piece of paper, and at top of each line there are circles of 4 different lengths. Each circle is also colored differently. Your child's job is to match the bottle caps to the circles, paying attention to both the length and the color. This activity does so much. It's a great way to practice measurement skills and spatial awareness, which are essential when they start learning about length and sizes in school. Plus, it's a fun introduction to the concept of comparing and contrasting. They'll have to carefully look at the circles, decide which one is the longest or shortest, and then find the matching bottle cap. You can also turn this into a memory game to really challenge their brain. Once they have matched the caps to the circles, cover the grid with a cloth or a paper and have your child try to remember where each color and sizes were placed. By doing this, your child is building critical thinking skills. So let's move on to our next activity. This is one of my favorite, Stickman pattern. What I've done is draw a Stickman figure, and you can draw some patterns like this. I have drawn 2 different patterns. In these patterns, the Stickman has different positions. So your child has to match with the right number of caps in the right position. It's all about matching the positions and arrangement based on the given patterns. Now this activity is a fantastic way to boost your child's visual discrimination skills, helping them identify and reproduce patterns. You can also turn this into a memory challenge. You can show them the pattern for a few seconds, then cover it up and ask them to recreate the Stickman from memory. This will really work their visual memory and help improve their focus, skills that are very important when they start school, where they'll need to remember instructions and solve problems independently. If you're gaining some knowledge out of this video, please do give it a thumbs up. So let's move on to our next activity, line and circle pattern matching. For this one, I have drawn a line with circles placed alternatively up and down along the line, and I have colored each circle differently in a pattern. The task for your child is to place the bottle caps on the line, matching the correct color and position of each circle as shown in the pattern. You can also turn this into a memory game by showing them the pattern for a few seconds and then covering it up. So let's step back for a second and talk about why these kinds of activities are so important. As parents, we often focus on reading, writing, and schoolwork, but we sometimes forget how essential it is to build these foundational skills from an early age. Activities like this one help with focus, attention, and memory, and it's crucial for later academic success. So often parents ignore or underestimate these kind of activities, but they don't realize that these early activities are the building blocks of concentration, problem solving, and even language skills. When kids don't practice these small tasks early on, they often struggle with focus, following directions, and retaining information once they are in school. So by just spending 5 minutes each day on activities like this, you are giving your child the tools they need to stay focused, pay attention, and develop a sharp mind as they grow. These activities are not just play, they are creating the pathways for your child's academic success down the line. So do try all these activities with your kids and let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. So let's move on to another fun and brain boosting activity, wheel pattern matching. For this one, I have drawn a wheel-like shape with circles placed around it in a specific pattern. Your child task is to carefully observe the pattern and place the bottle caps on the circles exactly as shown. Want to make this even more challenging? Then you can turn into a memory game, show the child the pattern for a few seconds and then cover it and see if they can remember and recreate it on their own. This is an excellent way to sharpen their visual memory, which is a crucial skill for reading, spelling, and math in school. Now, let's talk about something important. Why do we as parents ignore or often ignore these simple activities? I hear from so many parents who say my child can't focus or they get distracted so easily. But the truth is, focus is a skill that needs to be built over time. It doesn't just magically develop when they start school. So these activities are like brain workouts, just like muscle grows stronger with exercise, the brain strengthens its focus, attention, and problem solving skills through small challenges like this. If we skip these early steps, we often see kids struggle with concentration, remembering instruction, and even completing their homework later on. That's why I create these activities to bridge the gap and give kids the foundational skills they need. So, if your child struggles with focus, then don't wait, it becomes a bigger issue. Start now with these simple but powerful exercises and watch how it helps your child's memory, attention, and ability to follow instruction. So, I really want you all to try these activities with your child and see the difference for yourself. These are simply superb and you don't need any fancy material. Just draw circles, create patterns, and use bottle caps you already have at home. It's that easy, right? And here's the best part, these activities help with focus, attention, memory, and problem solving skills, all while keeping your little ones engaged and learning through play. So if you try these activities, let me know in the comments if your child enjoyed them or if you're facing any challenges. I would love to help. And that's it for today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss out on more simple and effective learning activities. And for daily brain boosting ideas, follow me on Instagram. I share tons of easy, engaging, and fun activities you can do at home with your child. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.